Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. Just quickly before we start, I just want to say, made a new intro. I think it's alright. Let me know what you guys. Without further ado, roll the intro. So I'm going to be going through my top personal ways of actually maintaining my scooter and making it sound dialed. First off, we're going to understand what the word dialed actually means. So once you get a new complete, a lot of people come up to you and they'll just be like, hey bro, your scooter dialed or what? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to respond to that. And they don't actually know what the word dialed means. I want to apologise, I really hated doing that little bit with like the hat. Nah, never again. I'm going to go out to the shed and go through everything with all my tools and just say what you guys can actually do. Alright, so now out in the shed. I'm sorry if you guys can hear it, background noise. I can't help that, it's the pool pump. So hopefully sound quality is a bit better. I don't know, change a bit around. Right, so I've tried just about everything to get the audio right. I think I've got the angle, don't know. I've got literally mic literally right here, as close as possibly can to me and not to the pump. We'll see how this goes. Just get into the video now. Back in the house, I basically mentioned about your scooter being undialed. When I say undialed, I don't mean the YouTube channel. Basically, what I mean by undialed is when it sounds rattly. So if I do a quick drop test of this now, you'll see that this is really loose and it doesn't sound like a solid piece. So as you just heard, it really wasn't that dialed because, well, first off, let's just say what being dialed is. Let me grab a seat first. So being dialed is when your scooter sounds like it's all one piece. Everything's going to be tight, everything is going to not be rattling, and it's going to be solid. When I say solid, I don't mean it's not going to move. It's going to like move fast, but at the same time there's going to be no movement or no movement which shouldn't be there. A rocking in the headset, there should be no rock in your headset. If it's dialed, it's not going to have that. Yeah. As you heard from that clip of my drop test on my scooter here, it is not dialed. Now from that I can tell it's definitely my back wheel being loose, and I can tell that from now just by wobbling it. I can see movement, which is fine. But there was a bit of like noise coming from here, which usually means either your bars are loose or your compression is loose. Now they're really simple things to fix, but let's get into my first tip on how to dial your scooter. Right, step number one. The easiest one to do, I guess, and that is to regularly take apart and completely clean all your scooter parts. Now, this is something which is obviously really important to keep your scooter fast and working, as well as just basically stop it from breaking. Yeah, a lot of people don't do it, and I know I occasionally don't actually do it. I do like to take it apart every week just to make sure there's not too many cracks or something. That way I just keep it dialed, I keep knowing what's wrong, what's working, and yeah. The bit I like to do first is obviously the back wheel, because that is probably the bit that takes the least amount of time. Taking your back wheel off, really simple. It's getting it back on, which everyone hates doing because of the stupid spaces. You're going to need 2 5mm Allen keys. Sometimes I believe it's like a 6 or an 8, I don't really know. Or sometimes you only need the 1 depending on your deck. Obviously I need 2 5mm Allen keys, which obviously you just do this. And you just unscrew it, and I can tell from here that this was really loose. Oh. Like I just did there, once you've taken it off, you're going to want to just take the axle out and try not to let your wheel just roll away like I just did. Now you have the back wheel off. Now sometimes you have spacers on ethnic decks like I've got. You have like these little plastic like spacers, I guess you call them. They're basically like deck plugs, they just slide in, so when you put your back wheel on, they help loads. Just because now they don't keep falling out, and you just put your back wheel in really easily. You can actually clean this, you can clean in here, you can replace your bearings and do stuff like that. Just quickly, how you can pop your bearings out and then replace them with new ones. Right, so I'm actually going to be showing you with a different wheel. This is the wheel that I just took off. I'll be showing you to put it back on in just a minute. But this is how you basically replace your bearings. Now push them in. Really simple. Now, what a lot of people like to do is they like to put it like this, get something level and just bash it. I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy, so I'm literally just going to turn it over and press it on a flat surface, and then bam, it's in. Same the other side, really simple. Make sure it's start it off level like this. You see it's level the whole way around. Turn it around, push it on a flat surface, bam, both bearings are in. It's now going to spin. Yeah. So getting them out, it's a bit harder. A lot of people don't have to do this. Now obviously I'm quite lucky with this wheel because I don't know if you guys can see in there. There is no bearing spacer. Now that is because with this wheel it doesn't need one because it's got like a built-in one. Pushing it in just at an angle so it's tapping one side. Turn it over. Just gently tap. Once you've got one out, it's really simple to get the other one out. It's just the same thing. Usually it doesn't take quite as much effort. There we go, that one's out already. That's how you replace your bearing. Really quick and simple. Another important factor of cleaning your scooter and just pulling it apart is actually its back brake. Sometimes you might want to clean this, or maybe you just want to take it off for whatever reason. Most of the time there'll be 2 bolts or just 1 bolt underneath the grip tape and you're going to have to poke around to try and find it. Lucky on this deck because it's got the bolt underneath, so it's really simple to just use one Allen key, unscrew it, pull it off, put it back on. To go to the front where there's a bit more cleaning that needs to be done. A lot of the time with bearings I wouldn't really bother just cleaning them, I would just get new ones. You can get a cheap pair for under a £5 if you really want to. I mean they're not going to be amazing, obviously get the expensive ones, but you don't have to go spend 20 quid on bearings if you don't want to. If your bearings are dirty or rusted, it's not really worth cleaning them. If you can clean them, I would, but try and avoid things like WD-40 in all your bearings, including your headset, because it'll clean them out, but it won't make them quite as smooth, won't make them quite as fast. It's one of the two. It's probably the easiest part of actually taking your scooter apart. Now, but it is the longest. Now, taking the back wheel off, really simple, it's just 1 bolt. This, taking all this apart, takes a bit longer, but you should still be able to do it with just a few Allen keys. You're going to see these bolts here. Going to put them in, obviously unscrew them like you would with pretty much anything else on a scooter. So you've now got your bars off. If you want to, you can just slide your clamp off, check for any cracks, which I currently have not got any, so that's actually really good. You can also, if you want to, replace your grips. Now grips wise, rubber grips are obviously gonna like wear away much quicker than like, I don't know, your harder grips or things like bar wrap. Now personally I prefer bar wrap, FDTC grips. So now this is the bit that most people hate. They don't like doing this bit because they hear the word compression. Obviously you got your SES, your HIC, IHC. You'll probably, if you're not a scooter rider, you probably listen to that go, what the hell is compression? What is these 3 different things? This is HIC right here, obviously used on like the oversized bars like the steel bars and all that stuff. This is really simple. With this you just put your Allen key in the top like little bolt thing like this, and mine was actually really loose so I can tighten that to dial it. Or what I'm going to do is actually just completely unscrew it. This is the shim. Important that you have one of these with the compression. Now this is your headset bearing top cap. Again, you don't really need this, but I like to use it. Just keeps it clean. Little like, I don't know what that's called. And obviously you got your fork, your front wheel. And this is my bottom like bearing ring. And then this is the top one. I'm just going to take these out for now. What you're going to want to do is first off, I'm going to start with the fork. I'm not going to take the front wheel off because it's just the same as the back wheel. I don't really need that right now. So I'm going to start off by cleaning this area here. Really simple, just take a cloth, like a kitchen towel or something. And you just want to kind of wipe it down. Just make sure there's no dirt left on. And I'm just going to grab these bearings here. Be careful with these. If you drop them, they could break. I mean, I doubt they will, but they could. And you're just going to clean these properly. Again, just going around the edges, wiping all the dirt off the second bearing. As you can see, it's now much cleaner. So, sorry if this bit is a bit dark, but this is just the headset cup. You're just going to want to just wash that out. Not wash it out, you're just going to want to like wipe it out so there's no oil or dirt in there. Right, so just going to clean this out. Obviously clean the inside. What we'll be using this lithium grease. You can use any kind of grease really, there's lots of different types. I'm going to put a little bit on there, I don't want a lot. Of this headset cup. Try not to get it everywhere, I guess. Now it is time to put the fork back on. Now what we're actually going to do is, you need one headset cup. One headset bearing, sorry. I'm just going to put it on there. We're going to slide it on this way. remember the flat edge goes at the bottom. So you see that? This is like the flat edge. Slide it on right to the bottom. Then we're going to put it inside of our head tube like that. And you're going to do the same with the top. I'm not going to put any grease in this one because I've already put grease on it. So again, this little like split ring, you're going to slide this on, and that is going to help keep the headset in place. As you see, there's no rattle. Before, when I didn't have it in, there's lots of movement in there. Now there's none. Again, head cap or top cap, whatever you like to call it, back on there, and usually it holds place just there. Chin back on, which we just cleaned. Now that's again really easy. And again, you take your bolt and you just screw it. This next part's really easy. Just putting the bars back on, which I think everyone knows how to do this. Now slid the handlebars back on. Now this is the bit that most people struggle with. I actually hate doing this myself, and that's just getting the bars straight. So you're not going to tighten your clamp just yet. Now what I like to do is make sure my clamp is in line with my bars first. Now to get your front wheel straight, you're just going to gently tap it with your toes. And you kind of just got to eyeball a bit. When I come down to my clamp, I'm just going to start tightening it, making sure it is tight. Now you don't want to tighten one bolt completely. You want to do it evenly, because this will stop your clamp from snapping. It also just makes sure you get even tighter so you don't want to snap your bars. You want to just go back up before you do the final bolts to make sure it's straight, and yep, it's still straight. So you're just going to finally tighten it up. And that is what a fully dialed scooter sounds like. What I'm going to do now is actually just get a few really chill flat clips out on the road in front of my house. Just on the scoot, showing you just, I don't know, just the flat trips. What the heck? Yes, 2 in a row. Alright guys, so I am so hyped up on those clips that I got there. I literally just landed my first ever triple whip flat. I am so happy because that has taken me so long to learn. I'm really happy that I got it on film as well. And yeah, I know I didn't really get that many other clips. I got close to a double heel, which I will definitely get soon. I didn't get it just because I got tired. And I got really close to an inward flat. And then I started like bashing my shins a lot. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you don't forget to smash the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Realistically, do subscribe, do like this video. And stay around for more. If you're finding this video helpful, definitely smash the like button. If you didn't, then still smash the like button. Come back another time and I will probably do another one of these at like some point. With all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.